It's a nerd toaster oven. And yes, it works.
He's gonna take you back to the past so he can play the games that
I don't know why I insist on putting myself through this, but you know what? It's time to flip that shit switch and crank that diarrhea dial. Today, we've got AVGN Volume 2 on DVD. Now look at this front cover. I mean, could this be any more stock? I mean, look, what the fuck is with all these ghosts? They might as well just call this DVD Boo! Haunted House. Does this look angry to you? No! He doesn't even look mildly irritated. They may as well just put a cute little harmless puppy on the cover. The nerd should look like this! I mean, you have all these scenes where, you know, he's beating the shit out of people, taking craps on stuff, destroying games, and yet on the cover they just have him sitting there like, you know, this game, I don't like it. Now, you probably wouldn't expect I have to talk about the inside of the DVD case, but guess what? Do you think this is one DVD here? No, it's fucking 3. Okay, and like, you know, I'm glad that they were trying to give me a lot of content, and the last DVD set only had 2, so I'm pretty stoked this has 3 in here, but have you ever seen a case like this in your life where you just, you know, just stack them all on top of each other? Like, that kind of defeats the purpose. What's the point? I thought the point of the case was to keep your DVDs from getting scratched up, so how are we going to do that if they're all stacked on top of each other? It's like, what were they thinking? Alright, now this shit really pisses me off. Look at this. Volumes 1, 3, and 4 are all clearly, neatly labeled, okay? Now you see that gray, empty column there? That's Volume 2 with no fucking end label. For a guy who complains so much about end labels, you'd think he'd be able to get it fucking right. Alright, we're gonna get real picky now and look at the discs themselves. This is Volume 2, as you already know, but the first DVD in here says Volume 3.5 on it. Like, is that like supposed to be funny? Is it a joke? I mean, 2 things. One, I bought this because I wanted Volume 2. I don't fucking want Volume 3 or 3.5 for that matter. But, like, 3.5, so now we're dealing in fractions? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Just do Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3, and quit trying to be fucking funny while you're labeling DVDs. Like, I'm not looking to have a knee-slapping good time while I'm picking out the DVD to put in the player. And then, of course, you know, to be consistent, they have to name the next one Volume B. And, you know, maybe that's because Bugs Bunny's on there. I don't know, but hey, you know, it's just so hilarious. Maybe the next one could be Volume Theta or Gamma or Pi or something. Like, why the fuck not, right? It's like, what were they thinking? Were they drunk putting this together? I mean, actually probably, or at least high on something. But if it's either an honest mistake or a shitty joke, or perhaps they were chronologically confused. Anyway, then lastly, of course, you have Volume Ass, which is just an outtake reel, and it's a joke because the nerd says ass all the time. But here's the thing, this entire labeling system is so fucking shitty, it's just called the entire fucking thing Volume Ass. As for the back of the DVD, it's pretty unremarkable. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting anyway. I mean, you just have a cliche film strip here, and then it lists the episodes and the special features. They have some video game sprites kind of sprinkled about, and the one thing that pops out is not graded, which my guess is they couldn't find anybody who is insane enough to sit down and watch this shit long enough to give it a rating. Unfortunately, though, that's my job, so let's pop this fucker in.